baby, now. I could add 2 songs. It gets an interesting beat.
Reach the sun through, don't
Oh,
let the moon.
Hey, what up, everybody? We got 1 person in the room. That's probably me. Let me let everybody know over here on the Discord real quick. We live. Let me get all the promotional shit out of the way real quick, Justin.
oh, that's fine.
Hey, Alex, bongs up. We got the Discord, everybody. You guys can jump on here. When I'm not live, you guys can check us out here on the Discord. Testing. We also, if you guys want to donate, we got the buymeacoffee.com. Reason to donate, you guys can pick a beer, pick an extract, and sponsor a video. So a couple ways to help the channel out. We're also live YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, guys. All right. Do I sound okay, everybody?
Sound good to me.
Cool. Hey, Mark. What up, guys? Justin's back.
I'm back. Hold on. Make sure the volume's right.
Testing, testicles. Hey, everybody. Yeah, we got Justin in the house. We had a little talk, so he's going to have a good sesh today. We won't have the issues we had the other day. he was drinking a little. We got got the white Russian here. Hey, you get to see Justin before he's too drunk.
Oh, no shit. I was just about to put on Predator. I'm going to start like an Aliens Predator marathon.
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually that'd be a good one. I mean, they're both in the same universe, basically, right?
I mean, it depends on like the Aliens versus Predator movies aren't really canon. I don't think. Shit, hang on.
Yeah.
But you know, it's still good movies to watch. But I think, damn it, I'll figure this out.
All
Yeah,
good.
Hulu. Hulu has all that shit.
I'll have to check it
Like,
out.
all the Predator movies and the Alien movies, like even Prometheus and Alien Covenant and all that. So
Maybe this time we could get Justin to talk about the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies instead of Carpool.
Yeah, Carpool was pretty damn good. That was pretty damn good.
I shouldn't have said it.
Yeah, you should have said
that. What's your favorite Arnold movie, Justin? I don't think you ever said it yesterday or the other day because you were too messed up.
Yeah, I was too drunk. My favorite Arnold movie? Honestly, that's tough. That's really tough. Because you got the Terminators, Last Action Hero. I love Last Action Hero. Kindergarten Cop, Running Man, Total Recall.
Guess what? Mark? I'm sorry. Continue, Mark.
People weren't ready for Last Action Hero when they came out.
I love that
Mark,
movie.
Last Action Hero is the best. The best.
Yeah, it's they didn't understand it. No one understands that movie.
Yeah.
It's not like just some,
Case Jingle All the Way.
It's just some bullshit, kids movie. It's like a parody, a riff on all the action movies and all the, and people just don't get it.
That was a great
Mark. Wait, Mark, let me say this.
All right.
Yeah, Last Action Hero, me and my brother Nick agree on this. Last Action Hero is probably the most underrated movie ever. Or at least one of the most underrated movies ever. Underrated. Yeah. I mean, that movie was fucking awesome. It was just amazing. It was making fun of Arnold as his character. As this badass, tough guy, blah, blah, blah. And I don't think people got that. They didn't get it. What do you think?
Yeah, like I said, it was a riff on like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. because he
Yeah.
like it was like saying Arnold Schwarzenegger is the last action hero.
Well, didn't they even say like this
Yeah.
this movie, the movie in the movie, you know? They said this movie, he kills more people than everybody and ever or something like that. Because they used to say that in the Arnold movies that he's killing less and less people, if I recall, or something like that. They used to try to kill less and less people. And I believe in Last
Yeah.
Action Hero, they were like, he's killing more than ever, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like really has there been an action hero that rivals Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like to this day. Like today. Like is there an action hero that can compete, that can compare?
Well, it's funny you say that because in Last Action Hero, they walk in the movie store and Sylvester Stallone was Terminator 2. Remember? They had a picture of Sylvester
Yeah.
Stallone on the Harley Davidson, and he goes, "No,
And
that's supposed
yeah.
to be you." And he goes, "No, that's Sylvester Stallone. He's the greatest action hero of all time."
Yeah. Yeah. I never forget that scene. And then remember he was flirting with the one of the workers
And
at the store.
she's like, she's too hot to be working here. Now, I'll tell you this: I worked at Family Video. We had a ton of hot women working there, so I don't know what he's talking about.
And
Yeah.
those were the
Well,
good
yeah, but
jobs.
not like that. They were freaking models. They
Well,
were like dressed up.
I don't know. We
Yeah,
had this one girl that I swear to God, every dude in my store would have fucking probably quit to be with her.
to be with her. Yeah. Yeah.
They would have given up a month's pay for one night, probably.
Well, that girl, unfortunately, she was super hot. Probably she was like a homecoming queen and everything. And her boyfriend went away on the Marines and cheated on her. And I was working this night. It was just me and her, and she's just crying. And I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "My boyfriend cheated on me." I was like, "You're gonna be fine. You've literally
Yeah.
got a list out the door. You'll be okay."
Should have been like, well, you should cheat on him. You should get back at him.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't have been with me. I was with somebody at the time. Cheers, everybody.
That's right. I think you were with Michelle, right? At the
Yep,
time? I think
yep.
you were with Michelle. But yeah.
Cheers, everybody. Oh, that tastes so good when it hits your lips. So good once it hits your lips.
Man.
It's so quiet when you don't do the music.
I know. I got to do it. Well, I usually, when people's in the chat, like you guys, I usually don't do it because if you guys want to talk, it's just kind of weird.
But yeah, dude, as far as Arnold movies, that's tough. Nick, hey, Nick, do you have a favorite Arnold movie? That's tough.
It's a tough one. Like you said, they're all good. I like Commando quite a bit. Commando is a great movie.
That's good.
I love that's probably my favorite Commando.
Yeah,
That's probably my favorite.
Commando is a classic Arnold movie. That was when he had the crazy, silly punchlines, like he's dead tired. Remember, when he killed the dude on the airplane, they go, "Please don't wake my friend up. He's dead tired."
Yeah.
I mean, I missed that shit. That was funny fucking shit.
My top three. All right. First, let's start with number 3. I'm going to go with Total Recall.
Oh, that's a good one. That might be a number 3.
I love Total
I'll
Recall.
listen to your list. Total Recall might be
Wasn't
my
Sharon
favorite. That's a good
Stone?
one.
Wasn't Sharon Stone in that? Sharon Stone? Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't even want to be in that movie. Her and Arnold had a big
Yeah.
argument. I watched the whole behind the
Number
scenes of
2.
that movie.
A lot of people don't think about it, but it's a James Cameron movie. He makes great movies. True Lies.
Yep,
I love True Lies.
most people don't know he made True Lies. That's that little
Arnold
movie
I
moves in the air.
love,
He's also
dude, Mark,
as a spy.
dude, I love True Lies. That's like one of my favorites, True Lies. Yeah.
And Jamie Lee Curtis. I mean, come on, doing that dance.
Oh,
Like,
she was fucking hot. She was hot in that movie.
and number 1 has got to be Terminator 2. I got to say it's Terminator.
Okay, wait. So you had Total Recall as 3, Terminator. What was number 2?
True Lies.
True Lies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marijuana affects the memory.
Well, I think Justin might
No,
Justin might have cut you out because I think I didn't hear it, but interesting. Yeah, Total Recall.
True Lies.
I would go Total Recall, Terminator 2, Commando. That'd be my 3. And you know what's an honorary one, which would be 4, would be Last Action Hero. I like that quite a bit. That might be my number 4. That'd be right up there.
Hey, what about Eraser?
It's a great movie.
Yeah, that
Pretty
was a
good
good movie.
But I don't think that's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I felt like that movie was wrote for somebody else, and then Arnold Schwarzenegger took it.
Took over. He took over.
Hey, Justin, let's see how good your memory is. We were kids and we watched Eraser. We also watched another movie. Do you remember Where and Why? And what other
It
movie?
was now I know this. It was the movie Twister at the drive-in theater outside.
Yeah. It was a back-to-back plan.
That's a great movie to see. Well, I can't even fucking talk. That's a great fucking movie to see at the drive-in because, like, part of it takes place at a drive-in.
I know. Both of those back to back. We watched them. There was a back to back playing, and I remember we watched at a drive-in. We didn't go to drive-ins, but maybe a handful of times in our life. But that was one of them, and that was fun.
Like,
I remember that. Yeah, Twister with James Cameron. Yeah, great movie.
No, that was John DeMont, wasn't it?
I don't think James Cameron did Twister, Justin.
I think that was John
DeMont. No. I was thinking of Bill Paxton. Never mind. Bill Paxton. Oh.
Man, Bill Paxton. Talk about an actor of many roles. He's been in so many movies. Most people don't even know what movies he's been in.
Bill Paxton in True Lies. Oh my God.
Yeah, Twister, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Twister.
Was he in True Lies too?
Yeah, he was a used car salesman that was posing as the secret
car
agent.
Salesman.
Was he in Twister too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. They should have called that the Bill Paxton drive-in night. That's hilarious.
Yeah, he was in Twister.
No, that's right. Yeah, right. Yeah, my bad. We saw Eraser, and he wasn't in Eraser. I don't know. I'm getting all these movies confused.
Yeah, we saw Eraser. Eraser.
True Lies, man. What a fucking guy in True Lies with the Corvette. And Arnold Schwarzenegger's pretending he kills the guy as the guy's saying, "I'm gonna fuck your wife." He's like, "I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah, I was like, oh. I was like, bam! Slammed the guy over and then realized, oh nope, it was just a fantasy. You know, and then remember Bill was like, I like your style. I like your style, man.
It was a great Bill Paxton role. The one role that a lot of people don't like talk about is Frailty. Have you
I don't think
Frailty?
I've seen that. I don't think I've seen that one.
Which one?
It's Bill Paxton has 2 sons, and Bill Paxton can see demons in people, and he thinks he believes an angel told him to kill these demons, and he has his sons help him.
Hey, Veggie and guys, I'm really low on extracts. I got to hit the weed shop here, so I can't do too big of dabs today, but I'll do it after I get back later today. I definitely ain't doing no fucking gram. I don't have a nail to do a gram dab. This is my tiny nail, and even my bigger nail's all chazzed out. I need Cheetos. I wouldn't even ever do a gram. You can't even hardly get a gram dab without like a fucking giant nail. I'm just doing regular dabs for a while, but I am doing dab marines, guys. But yeah, hit me up later. I'm going to be hitting the weed shop, guys. I'm really running low on extracts, guys. So I got to hit the weed shop. This is pretty much all I got. I'm going to be finishing this out for the video, and then I got to go hit the weed shop. So later today, I will. I promise, guys. I'm doing dab marines, though. Don't forget. So anyway, continue, guys. Sorry, I had to talk to the chat for a second.
That's cool.
Oh, no, that's fine. No, that's fine.
Frailty, I recommend it. It's a good movie.
Interesting. I'll have to check it out. What year do you remember that came out in?
It was an early 2000s movie. Early 2000s, definitely. There's a Matthew McConaughey in it, too.
Oh, he's always good.
You don't know a good movie? Hey, what's your name? Mark? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mark, another good movie that I don't think we ever talked about was I don't know if you guys ever even heard of this movie before. But have you ever heard of the movie called Carpool?
Ha ha ha.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just
All right.
joking.
Hey, do you guys know the line Tom Arnold said in True Lies that was a true line about his ex-wife, Roseanne?
What was it? Women can't live with him and can't kill him?
Nope.
Is that right?
Nope.
Kind of fucked up bitch steals the ice trays. Or no, what kind of crazy bitch steals the ice trays?
Yep. Roseanne Barr, when she divorced him, took his fucking ice trays when she left.
Oh wow.
And he said that in the fucking movie.
Tom Arnold was great in that
funny.
movie. Tom Arnold was hilarious in that movie.
Hell yeah. Go get those ladies in that wash.
And it's
Washing them,
got
washing.
you got Tia Carrera in it, right?
Who?
Tia Carrera.
In True
Wasn't
Lies?
she in that?
That girl? That his
Yeah,
daughter?
she was one of the bad guys.
Oh.
He dances with her. At the
Oh,
beginning.
you're talking about, yeah, the girl from Wayne's World, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good cast. I mean, it's a good movie. A lot of people don't talk about it.
Oh, yes. She will be mine. I tell you, Wayne's World, it must be the very best. I would say it's the best Saturday Night Live movie ever. That's a fucking good Saturday Night Live movie. They did a lot. Saturday Night Live did a lot of movies. That's a pretty damn good one.
A lot of the Saturday night, yeah, a lot of them weren't good.
Yeah, they
A
did
lot
what?
of them weren't.
Night at the Roxbury. They did The Girl Who Smells Her Fingers. I didn't even watch that
Yeah.
movie.
Superstar.
Yeah. They did like 10 or so. I watched somebody on YouTube go through them, but man, Wayne's World's pretty fucking good.
Coneheads.
Oh,
Wayne's World. Party on. Party on.
yeah,
It's
Coneheads is up there too. We got a friend named we got our friend Barry, and he eats a sub very similar to Coneheads. Like, I eat crazy
I know.
fast. If you've seen me on the stream with the sandwich, I'll finish the sandwich in a couple bites. I eat so fast because I was in high school. I had a very short lunch and we had to go out to eat. And I literally sat down, it was a foot-long sub, me and him get one. I got halfway through 6 inches, which was only like 2 bites. I'm really quick. I look up, his whole sub's gone. I was like, where's your sub go? I literally thought he threw the damn sub away or wrapped it up. No, he ate the whole fucking thing. It was insanity.
Yeah. Yeah, Barry. Yeah.
Y'all like Waterworld?
Waterworld.
I like Waterworld. What do you guys think about Waterworld?
I never saw it. With Kevin Costner?
I love that movie. It got a lot of hate, but I like that movie.
I saw it when it first came out. I gotta give it another shot.
Well, I even went to I think I was in Florida. We went to the Waterworld at like Universal Studios. They had that jet ski show or whatever. I think
The
it
whole
was.
time I was thinking, like, what the fuck is this? Is he drinking his own piss?
Yep. My favorite of all time. Waterworld's a movie that you got to watch like 5 times because it has so much deep stuff that they don't get in it. And you're like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. And it's the same thing with that movie with John Travolta where he's an alien. And it's a Scientology movie.
Phenomenon?
No. John Travolta's a giant alien. What?
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth. That's the other movie where I think people, if you watch it 5 times, you'll get it. I love it. I read the book. There's a lot of deep shit in that movie. That's a good fucking movie.
You know what my favorite movie with John Travolta was Phenomenon. Oh, that was such a good movie. Phenomenon. Man, that was really good.
Didn't John Travolta do that Angel movie too?
Michael?
Well, he did some weird fucking movies. Like, that must be like the Scientology in them because both of those are like.
Yeah,
I
Phenomenon.
loved him in Phenomenon. Remember Phenomenon when he was ill, sick, but remember he had that ability, that natural ability to do magical things. Oh man, that was such a good movie. Such a good movie.
But it was a tumor, right?
Yeah, he had a tumor. Yeah.
He had a tumor that gave him special powers.
All
Yeah.
right.
Real good movie.
All right, let's see how good you guys are. These are two movie guys, and I know Justin saw this movie. I don't know if you did. What other movie is similar to Phenomenon? How can I say this without giving it away? Where it's about a main character, huh?
I already know it. I
And
already know it.
it's a main character who has special powers, and he ends up,
bald?
huh?
Is
Yes,
he bald?
yep.
Does he need some sun?
Yep.
Is his name Powder?
Powder, baby.
Oh my God!
Not
I
many
knew
people,
it
not
as
many
soon as you
people
said
know or even think about Powder. I haven't even thought about him forever. But when he said
I saw
Phenomenon,
that. I
Phenomenon and
saw that.
Powder in my head is in the same little filing cabinet. I kind of file shit away, and if you go to Phenomenon, right behind Phenomenon's Powder, and I was thinking about it the whole time. I was like, oh, Powder was very similar.
Yeah,
No, didn't
Powder
know.
was something. That movie was something else. I thought I saw it in the movie. I saw it in theaters. You know, I saw it when it came out, and
Of course, we seen
I thought
Tusk. Tusk is a great movie. Anyway, continue.
that when it came out, like I thought it was gonna be a lot cooler than it was.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It was not as good as the trailers made it way better, but I ended up
they made it
liking
seem
it,
like,
but
oh, this guy has
it wasn't as good
superpowers.
as it should have been. Yeah.
It could be, but it was a more like a depressing, dramatic movie, and like I don't know. I
Yeah.
didn't feel like too happy afterward. I don't know how I was supposed to feel after that movie.
Hey
But I was just
Justin,
a little.
do you remember the movie Powder about the bald kid who had the powers?
I mean, what are you talking
No.
about?
Oh, man.
But yeah, Powder. Yeah, exactly. And remember, he just like disappeared at the end, like he's like electricity or something. That was a
No,
crazy.
I don't even remember
You know what? All right, next Avengers movie needs to have Powder in it. He needs to show up just out of nowhere.
Well, I'm going to get to Tusk. I want to get to Tusk here in a second, but I just want to say this real quick. I saw this one Avengers that they said he had the worst power ever, but then when you look it up, it ends up he's overpowered. It's the Avengers called like No Name Man. So basically, when you look at me, so here's my power. As soon as you blink and look away, you forgot I was there. I like
Yeah,
disappear.
that. Yeah.
Like, it's
yeah,
so
that
hard.
makes
The
sense.
guy, yeah, I know. So no matter what the fuck I do, you have to like he says like in the comics, if you read it, because I got a deep dive on this too, you have to really focus. Cause like if you just like if somebody's like, hey Nick, and you're like, and you go back and you're like, where'd he go? You don't even remember he was there. You don't even remember. His power works on electronics. Like cameras will forget him. Like
It works on the reader.
yeah, the reader.
No,
Yeah,
like
he
didn't they
got
do the thing where he was
he
like, didn't
sucked
they do
into
the
the
thing where
thing.
he's like at the big, and he's like, oh, I was at all the big battles. You just didn't see me.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know?
Well, there was this one machine that was killing this girl, was sucking her in. He goes, "I'll take your place." He grabs her hand and she goes, "I'll go get help." And she forgot he was there, right? And leaves. And he's like, "Well, I'm fucking stuck here." The machine forgot he was in the machine and he just walked away. And it was just like, all right. And he's like, "Well, guess I'm done." Yeah, he was so OP. He'd be in
It's
anything.
like
They would shoot him and he would forget he was there. He'd be laying on the ground, wake up, the war's over.
Yeah, I never saw that. I never saw that.
Well, it's funny because some people say it's a stupid power, but you come to find out, well, what ends up happening is he's trying to get rid of it because he hates the idea of not being known. But then he comes to find out, he goes, it's even worse when you can be known and they don't want to know you. And so, and
yeah,
then he
Yeah.
got into a battle with these guys, like I forget Omni power. He can take his power, and he wanted the guy to take his power. And anyway, and so there was a big battle, and a whole bunch of people could have died, but he ended up letting the guy take his power a little bit, and it was able to. Everybody got forgotten, and that war ended. And then after it ended, the one guy goes, "Look, you saved so many lives with your power. It does do something." He's like, "All right, I'll keep it." But yeah, we're gonna get to Tusk. Let's do a dab. Have you seen Tusk, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was Justin Long.
I love Justin Long, to be honest with you. He has never failed me in a movie. What was that movie where he was like in college or making a college? Man, I kid you not, that
Oh,
kid always does good.
Undeclared, or was it Undeclared? Or
Justin, do you
under?
know? Justin, I
I
think
know
used
you're
to
talking
like that
about.
movie even.
I love that movie. Justin Long was in it. I think it was Accepted. Accepted.
Yeah.
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 Was it?
Yeah.
See, I'm glad you're with
Great
us,
movie.
Justin. I was like, I told you, Mark loves movies like us. See, you're perfect for this as long as
Yeah.
you're with it.
Yeah, it was Accepted.
Yep,
Accepted, and he
accepted.
created his own college.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Jonah. Yeah, the one with Jonah Hill. Exactly, Jonah Hill.
Yeah. Justin, and the funny thing is, his name's Justin Long, and my name's Justin Longevin. That's the funny part. But
Well,
yeah.
well, before I get to Tusk, I tell you, what was that movie? Cheapers Creepers, right? Was he in that movie? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Man,
He was in
he
that.
did a
Yeah.
fucking great job in that movie too. That was a great fucking movie too.
Yeah.
I have a theory that if the DC movies were made uh, like 10, 15 years ago and not today, Justin Long would have been the Flash.
He would have been a
Yeah.
solid Flash.
Probably. Oh,
But yeah,
dude.
Tusk was a
The
Kevin
movie,
Smith movie
dude.
too.
Honestly, dude, the movie, not trying to like drag it on, but the movie Accepted, when he created his own college with his friends and everything, that's one of my all-time favorite movies. I love Accepted. Like, that's got to be near the top. Like, in terms
Yeah.
of like just pure humor and comedy. It's comedy, it's funny, but it's also real because it's like explaining to people that you know what, you don't have to go to Harvard or Stanford or whatever the fuck. Like you can create your own school and learn and build your own brand. I thought that movie was so freaking cool that he stood up against college. He stood up against college.
Yeah, it was like one of those movies that like there's like a little college thing, like little like Van Wilder, How High, Accepted, Old School.
Yeah.
There's this period of movies where it's just like anti-college college movies, and they're pretty
Oh
good.
yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, a lot of people now are promoting anti-college. College is good for several fields: doctors, nurses, lawyers. There's a lot of fields that college is needed for. Then there's a lot of trade fields that people can get into that you could get trained specifically for your field, get it done in 12 to 18 months, and you're making just as much. The thing is there's a
Yep.
lot of fields and colleges. I'm not going to get political on this, but there's a lot of fields and colleges that is just a waste of money, a waste of time. You're going 4 years, you're losing money, and it's not going to help you with anything. So like, it's interesting. It'd be nice to see our colleges focus on what people should go to this college and what people should possibly just go to like a technical school, which should be like you get trained to be that type of person. Because otherwise, so many of these people just waste years and money taking fields that is just not going to be needed.
Well, the
Nick.
thing is,
Hey, Nick,
those...
it's funny. Excuse me. Nick, it's funny that you mentioned that. Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs. From
Yeah.
Dirty Jobs, Mike Rowe. He's promoting a new thing now. He's promoting that kids need to, when they graduate high school, they need to go and if they're not ready for college, they need to take a trade school, go to a trade school, and learn plumbing or electrician, et cetera, and he's actually promoting that, Mike Rowe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these are stuff we need, and there's stuff that pays really good too. And it's stuff that you can get done in 12 to 18 months. And it's going to be a fifth or a tenth of the cost your college would be. And it's going to be half or a quarter of the time your college will be. the thing is
Yeah.
people feel you need to go to college, and you go to college for like marketing, and like it's not a field that you need a whole lot of college for. That could be more of a technical field because, you know, then you're in the college and you're taking biology and like there's just stuff you're taking that's unneeded for it. It's just very interesting and wasteful. And I think people need to start focusing on we've got, you know, 80 to 100 years of life. You know, what is it, about 50 or so? 60 is working, right? And we need to get people into a field that's going to be help the country, help them make money, and help, you know, everybody, you know, it's just it's all in all better field as opposed to just wasting time, wasting money doing something else. But
Oh,
Well,
exactly. You know, wait, and Mark, not
you
trying to
wonder where
interrupt
I get
Mark,
you
but
wonder where I learn it from, where I get it from, Mark. You got to just
yeah,
jump in
Mark,
this
yeah,
family, Mark.
wait 1 second. Yeah, Mark, not trying to interrupt, but yeah, no, you're 100% right. In fact, Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs, literally just yesterday, I saw this on Fox News, on Fox. He was literally doing an interview talking about how majority of kids today, they go to school, a traditional college, you know, a 4-year college, and they don't know what they want, and they just major in whatever, and then they graduate and they don't have a job. And he was saying kids today, if they're not sure what they want, they need to go to a trade school, you know, like plumbing or electrician,
All
you
right,
know, or
Justin,
whatever, welding.
you just
Yeah,
repeated yourself. Just an FYI. Let's let Mark talk for a second. All right, what were you gonna say, Mark?
oh,
yeah,
all right. The thing is, it's not that the courses, the things at college, all the classes are necessary. It's just there's some things that we don't need 1,000 of, you know?
Right.
Like, yeah, you want to be like, you know, be an arts major, right? Um, but you're not an artist. How many fucking
yeah,
people do we need running museums? We don't need that many because there's not a whole lot of museums. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, well, now I can't find a job. It's just saying
yeah,
there's too many people thinking they can do one thing that there's not a lot of openings for.
Right. You know
And
the
it's
good.
showing them
You
something,
know, thank God my
they're
kids'
not,
school. My
they're
kids'
not
school. I'm sorry.
something that's going to help them, you know, practically in life.
Yeah. Well, I noticed my kid's school. He's in middle school. They're teaching him coding. They're teaching them like writings, you know, and stuff, and they're more into computers and shit, which is thank God, because I mean, you know, that's the stuff we need. You know, you're gonna need people to do that. You know, like you're like your wife writing apps and stuff like that. That is stuff we need. That stuff you can make a lot of money if you developed a solid app. You're a multimillionaire at that point. You know. I mean, it's simple shit like that. You know, people are trying to develop stuff like that, you know, and when you get into coding, when I was younger in 96, 97, my buddy Jamie, who passed away, but he was learning languages. And I remember when I finally saw the movie Hackers and they started throwing down books and shit about different computer languages. That was the shit my boy was into. He was into fucking learning all these different scripts and shit. And it was funny. I remember watching Hackers just laughing because I just remember that was like me and my buddy all the time. But you know, people don't understand that's you got to kind of move with the flow. Right now, AI is a huge advancement, and people who are not moving towards it, you're missing out. It's helping my social media 10 times. It literally saves me an hour making fucking a title and a description for my videos. I could say a few words. AI helps me write the rest of it. Really simple, you know, which is nice. So, you know, people's got to move towards that. The sad part I hate is that teachers need to start moving towards it too. They don't like that kids right now. You can take a book, put it in AI, and it'll fucking simplify it for you. It'll do quite a bit of stuff to help you write it out. But I mean, you know, is that any different than reading the book? If you're asking me these questions and I'm getting the questions right, I get it. People want to read the entire book. I see that too. But I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see where the future holds because I really
I
feel
mean,
with
it's
a
the same reason why schools didn't allow cliff notes back in our day.
right.
You know, it's just yeah, you're just getting, you know, bullet points just so you can answer the questions. You know, but they actually want you to read the book.
Well, you know, who here was in a math class and they said, don't pull out a calculator because you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket at all times.
Because they didn't know.
And
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
I know.
what's in
They're
our
really big
pocket?
on-
What is in my pocket at all times?
Our
Not only
phone.
it's a fucking supercomputer, you know what I mean? Not I mean,
Right?
I
Yeah.
don't even
We
need a
don't even have to
calculator
go
at
to the
this point.
calculator.
I could put my
You
question
don't
into
have to go to the
Google, it'll
calculator.
answer it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can ask Google a math question, like a math equation, an algebraic formula, and it'll fucking answer it for you.
Right. Yeah. We don't need even a calculator. I don't understand some of this. Some of this stuff needs to be simplified because like even when you get into I mean, I understand I don't even know. I'm sure there's a reason for it. I mean, if you're going to be like a mathematician or something like that where you're using it, I get it. But for majority of us, it's going to be simplified. You're going to be using computers. You're going to be using AI, and it doesn't need to be taught. It's so silly to teach somebody to do something like pick up this glass, set it down, and then it's like, all right, you don't have to do it again. Now tell the computer. The computer's going to do it for you. It makes no sense. Why did I have to learn that? You know what I mean?
Well, Nick. You know, and I was reading. I was reading about this a few years ago. Um, you know, like when you get your weather forecast. You know, the weather which comes from the meteorologist. Simple terms like that. You know, the weather. Um, I had no idea that it comes from a mathematician who calculates the weather and the numbers, and he gives it to the meteorologist. And I didn't know. I had no idea that in order to be like a mathematician, which basically gives the numbers to the meteorologist, that you have to go to college for 6 years for that. I think a master's. You have to have a master's degree to be a mathematician. And I didn't realize that they use those same people for like statisticians, like NBA basketball stats. You know, Tracy McGrady averages 30.2 points a game, blah blah blah. And on Sundays he averages this. I didn't know that, but that's true. You know, that's the way it is. You know.
It's all about probability. It's like what's the probability of a thunderstorm happening with
Yeah.
this factor having all these different factors, and you know the trends that happen in this part of the country. Like so, yeah. So there's a probability of a 60% chance of rain. You know, or
Yeah.
like that's how they predict shit. It's not like
Well,
they're
that's well,
predicting.
I was in
It's an
calculus.
educated guess.
I was in calculus 1 in 10th grade. And then I learned that no matter how high I shot up in my calculus, because I was in super advanced math. I love math and shit. That's how I got into space technology and this, that, and the other. But I learned that that even if I went into math class, even if I got into, you know, I did trigonometry, I did pre-trig and then calc. And anyway, even no matter how high I went in my math, I would have had to go like 6 extra years in fucking college, which would have been stupid. I didn't want to get into that. So I dropped out in 10th grade. I got my GED. So I basically graduated like early in 10th grade, which was kind of silly. But yeah, I don't know. I don't quite understand college for some fields.
No,
I
I
mean, yeah,
agree. Like honestly, no, Nick, not trying to interrupt Mark, but yeah, no, Nick, I totally understand because like, and you know, take you as an example. As an example, you know, you've always been like literally a freaking genius when it comes to mathematics, and it's amazing. You know, you you didn't even graduate high school, but you got your GED. You know, you took your GED test, got your GED and everything. And it's amazing to think that you're like so much smarter than most people when it comes to math. But yet they only hire people that have a master's degree in math when it comes to like, you know, mathematicians. And it's like, wow, you know, I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get that part.
they want proof, I guess. You know, they want written proof. They can't just put a sheet of math problems down in front of you. I guess, you know,
Yeah.
during a job interview. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
they could.
Well, when I was
They,
at Family Video,
they,
we actually gave people a test, and there was some math questions in Family Video. I scored the highest, so it was funny when I did my Family Video test. I scored like I think they said a 98 or 99 out of 100, And I ended up becoming an auditor. I became an auditor for Family Video. I went store to store and audited them because I had to give the test. And I ended up managing Family Video and help opening up all the stores and shit. But what happened in high school was I dropped out in 10th grade and I got my GED. And then I thought I was just going to go straight to college because I actually was already basically graduated before all my friends were. And I was debating on going to college, but I was working a good job and I was selling a lot of weed. So I never ended up hitting college. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, I was actually having a solid job back then. I was like you got to remember at the time, at one time point, I was auditing, managing a video store in Ohio, and I was like running like crazy drugs all over Ohio. And then I ended up becoming a sales rep for 7 Up, and I had a 7 Up pickup truck. And it had my logo, the 7 Up logo, and it had the tonneau cover and everything, right? And so I would drive they gave me a credit card for gas, right? So I literally, I think for like 4 or 5 years, I didn't even know what gas prices were because I just had this credit card I used all the time.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I first started doing it, it was like 99 cents a gallon. And then out of the blue, I quit 7 Up and it was like $2.50 a gallon. I was like, whoa, these gas prices are crazy. Because like I never even looked at gas prices for like 4 or 5 years, right? Anyway, but I would take my 7 Up truck and I would drive to Indiana and Michigan and different places in Ohio, like Urbana and Springfield. And I went down to Kentucky and I'd pick up fireweed. And then I'd be in my 7 Up pickup truck and I'd throw it in the back. What's like, I'd have like sodas in the back to give away, like new sodas that we didn't have. I just have like a little bit. I wasn't like a distributor, but I just wrote orders. But anyway, so then I remember this one time, I kid you not, I was coming back from like Urbana, Ohio, and I had this fire fucking weed on me. And it was loud. And I had it in the back and I had like 2 ounces of it, right? And I rolling through the country in Ohio. And if you know Ohio, these country roads are cornfields on both sides, right? And just one road, one lane this way, one lane that way. And I'm driving fucking 4 in the morning. There's a fucking DUI checkpoint. And like,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
I rolled up to this shit. And not only I probably was drinking, but I mean it wasn't like I was that bad. But I was more worried about the weed I had on me because I had like, I don't know, a quarter of a pound of fucking fire. Cause like I could get dirt weed where I was, but to get fire, I had to drive to get it. And it was like $400, $4.50 an ounce, very expensive. Anyway.
Yeah.
I remember I pulled up to it. I was like, I'm fucked. Like there was no turnoffs, nothing. There is ditches and cornfields. You know what I mean? And so I pulled up, and the guy, thank God I was in my 7 Up truck. He saw my 7 Up truck, and he goes, and just waved me through it. And I just, I'm just working, baby.
Like, you're not
Literally.
drinking, you're just working.
I'm working, literally. Fucking, I
Oh
remember
my
I
God.
was like,
Oh, fuck.
can you imagine, like, all right, I go to jail, my 7 Up job's obviously done. They ain't gonna like that their truck just got impounded. You know what I mean? I'm making drug runs in their 7 Up pickup truck. This is great.
Oh my God. That's freaking. Dude, I don't think you ever told me that story. I don't think you told me that story.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know if I did. I don't tell that story a whole lot. That was a story I have a couple of times in my life where they waved me through a DUI checkpoint that I was just like, whoa. That was the craziest one. But that was one I literally loved driving that 7 Up pickup truck. I was like, I got away with murder in that shit. Because it was just like they always thought I was working.
Nick, oh my God. You know what's funny about the Urbana story? You're talking about roughly, as far as you remember, you were going from Urbana back here to Sydney. What's funny about that is literally just the other night, I think it was, I was telling my mom and stepdad, I was like, there's a professional bowler and his name is Graham Fall, I think his name is. And he's on the PBA tour. He's a pro bowler. He won just recently. He's a really good, well-known bowler. But he's not like a legend. He's got like 1 win, 2 wins. Anyways, I said to Mom, I said, where's the town he's from that he lives in, that he bowls from, and he's a professional PBA bowler? And they were like, I don't know. And I tried to look him up. It's Urbana. It's Urbana, Ohio. This guy that I'm trying to look up, Graham, is from Urbana, and that's
Oh, I thought you said Pete Weber.
yeah.
I was like, I know Pete
No,
Weber. Never
no,
mind.
no, not Pete Weber, but Graham, and he's like 33 years old, and he's like 6 years younger than I am, and he's a well-known bowler on the PBA tour from Urbana, Ohio. And that's funny when you mentioned Urbana, that triggered in my brain. I was like, oh yeah, wow, Graham, that's the dude
Well,
from Urbana.
you know, now that he mentioned bowling, you know, it's a funny story. I used to bowl with my buddy Jamie, right-handed, and I worked out, and I went to bowl, and I like tore my bicep. And I like couldn't use my right arm for like a long time. And so I ended up bowling with my left hand, right? And my left hand has always been my dominant arm. Like when I arm wrestle people and I work out, way stronger, right? So
And we
I'm
still got an arm wrestle. We got an arm wrestle. We got an arm wrestle right hand.
you ain't gonna beat my right arm. But anyway,
I think
so
I can. Hey, wait. I think I can do it. Yeah.
so I
But
ended up making a ball with only tips, and it was my middle finger, index finger, and pinky, no thumb. So it was just these
mhm.
three, and I bowled this left-handed with a huge curve. I was like one of the first persons to do a one-handed, but like most people like do this two-handed thing now. I use two hands, but I bowl one hand, but I bowl with no thumb, just three fingers. Hey, Dank, jump in if you want. Um, but so what happened is I started bowling left-handed, right? And I bowled a lot, and I ended up like I think my best round was like a few pins shy of 300, like a 298 or something. Like I was bowling solid left-handed for a while. That was pretty fun. I think I might have been a better bowler than I was a golfer even.
Dude, it's funny that you mentioned that because I was going to talk about that now today on the PBA Tour, the Pro Bowling Association now. If you watch them, and literally yesterday I was watching bowling, the U.S. Open. Nowadays, they bowl with two hands. They
Yeah,
literally,
a lot of them they do that same shit I did, and I tell everybody, I said I was doing it way before you.
dude, that's what I was telling Mom and Al yesterday. The other day we were watching bowling on television, and I said, "You guys remember Nick used to do that?" And they were like, "I don't know." You know, their memory sucks. And I was like, "That's the way Nick used to bowl. He would cradle it. It's like a little cradle, you know,
Well,
and then whip it."
I bowled with no thumb, remember? I just had these three fingers in it. So I had no thumb. I cradled it. I did left hand. I went, and I put a shit ton of my ball's in your basement, Justin. I guarantee you my bowling ball is over at your house. And it has no thumb. I mean, that's the only way to do it. There ain't no way I could do it. I had no thumb hole, so I couldn't do it any other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I was trying to explain to Mom and Al.
Their
I
memory
was like, "That's
sucks
the way."
so fucking bad.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I told them, I was like, remember Nick used to bowl that way? And they were like, oh, I don't know. You know, that's the way you used to bowl. And now today, all the professionals bowl that way. All
I
the
would
pros bowl that way.
I bowled that way back in '97. I believe I started bowling
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, 97. I was just, that's what I told them. I said, that was like 28 years ago. I literally, Nick, you were bowling that way before the professional bowlers today were born, before they were born.
And
You were bowling
I
that
was
way.
fucking rolling hard because you could put so much spin on it. It comes in so hard from the side. Dude, I was fucking bowling 200 games mark for me was so easy. Like, oh, the munchies. But I mean, yeah, I mean, because I was doing this method and then it's out of the blue. I look on TV, everybody's doing it. And I was like, I did that way before everybody, which was hilarious.
Well, it was funny. The other day, I told my mom, I was like, I got to tell Nick about this, you know, about how fucked up and crazy it is how the pros do it now. You know, every pro does it now. Every
Yeah.
pro.
Well, remember when I did it,
And she was
everybody
like,
thought it
I don't
was
know. And she was like, I don't know. I don't remember.
well,
You
when
know.
I did it, everybody thought I was stupid, remember?
Yes. That's the point. That's the point that I'm trying to make. I said, everybody said that, your way was stupid and weird and retarded and blah, blah, blah. That's the whole point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is everybody said at the time in the 90s and early 2000s, oh, that's weird. That's retarded. Why would you use two hands, and have a special ball,
Watch the
to
R.
rule
Watch
it
the R
out?
word. But yeah, yeah, exactly though.
Well, yeah. Sorry about the R word. Yeah. But no, that's what they used to say.
Yeah, you point two hands. Like, how the fuck are they bowling with two hands? That's how little kids bowl, right?
Well, no. So I hold it, you bring it back, and you use that extra hand to give it more spin.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
I've been doing it I don't
Like,
use it. I don't do it like these guys do it. For me, I cradle it. And then when I get here, I don't
Yeah,
use the
cradle,
two hands
cradle.
because I just use my one hand to finish it. But I have to hold it here because I have no thumb in it. So I have to bring it back with no thumb.
Yeah, the cradle. And in fact, they even call it that today on the pro PBA tour. They call it the cradle.
And
So,
that's
like,
what
you
that's what it
literally
probably
invented
looked
that.
like I was doing. Yeah, I invented that. I guarantee there was nobody I've ever saw in my life when I was doing it that did it. That's for damn. Even when I had my ball cut with just those three fingers, the guy's like, I've never heard of this before. And I said, can you just do the fucking finger holes for me? And I just wanted the tips. So I got three fingers, just the tips.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Dude. Hey, Mark, anyone out there, just watch the PBA tour and watch the way they bowl, and you'll see them. Here's what they do. Hold on, watch this, guys.
Hey,
They do it like this. Look. They grab the ball, they cradle it, and they come in and they go with it. But they hold it with their two hands.
like they're Goku on Dragon Ball. Just
Well, for me, when I would hold it, I just held it as I came back. And then as I went forward about halfway, I would let go of the right hand because it's already got
Yeah.
the momentum and it's already cradled now in my left hand. And then I would just go. But I had
Yeah.
no thumb hole. So I just had three fingers, no thumb. So with these three fingers, and they were just tips, I just spun the fuck out of it. And the nice thing is I was left-handed, right? So I went from right to left-handed. All these lanes get oiled and greased, right? And when a million people bowl right-handed, you know how many people bowl left-handed? Very few, right? So the left-handed side is like brand new grease all the time. So I can create my own line. It's beautiful. Like if you bowl a lot, I used to literally bowl a lot. And I golfed a lot too, but when I bowled a lot. So it was nice. So when I bowled left-handed, say my first ball is a strike, it created almost a line. And then as long as I keep dropping my ball on it, that line gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's how you get you're just fucking striking all day. That's why it's almost better to be left-handed at bowling because so many people, especially if you're going to like public lanes, so many people are bowling. Like of the pro bowlers, every single they come out there, they grease it brand new. So they get their own lane. But when you go to a public lane, they're all bowling right-handed. So the right-handed lane's like fucked all up, but the left side's almost brand new. Very few people bowl left-handed. So
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Hey, Mark, that's what I was trying to say. Yeah, nowadays it's weird. You see on the PBA tour, the Pro Bowling Association tour, it's weird, but now you see it, and the guys are using the two-handed. What's the word that I'm looking for? They call it the two-handed roll.
cradle.
And yeah, the two-handed cradle. That's what they call it. That's what they call it today. And they call it the two-hand. Well, sometimes they say the two-handed bowler. And it used to not be like that. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
You'll see it if you ever watch it again.
Our entire lives, and now people are fucking bowling with two hands.
But it make well, I don't do as much as they do. I think some of these guys have a typical 3 finger and a thumb or 2 finger and a thumb, and they just hold it with 2 hands. And I think they use their most people are right-handed, so they'll use their left hand to spin it more. I think that's what they're doing. They're doing like a you know what I mean? But like me, mine's still a little different because I do cradle it, but I just do a no thumb and 3 middle finger index and pinky tip. And then I use that. I do almost the same, but a little different. But yeah, I mean, it's still interesting. Yeah, it's been getting popular. I guess 2 hands, though, you might have more control. I think that could be it too. So who knows? All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Let's get off bowling, but let's talk about the bowling movie of the day. What's the biggest bowling movie you guys know?
Big Lebowski.
10-10? 10-10?
Kingpin. What did you say? What did you say,
Kingpin?
Mark?
I said Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski. Wow, that's a good movie. That's actually a good call. I never thought about that one. I was thinking Kingpin, Justin.
Yeah.
Justin wins for Kingpin.
Yeah, I win for Kingpin.
That's a funny fucking movie. You got to give fucking
With
everybody
Woody
credit.
Harrelson. Woody
Woody
Harrelson.
and who was the other dude from
Oh,
Ghostbusters?
shit.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. Yeah. Great
Randy
fucking
Quaid.
movie. Randy Quaid. Bill Murray's hair flips down. He flips it back.
Honestly, dude, Nick, I was going to say this before,
Randy
way before
Quaid.
even
Randy
this
Quaid.
video.
Oh my god, I forgot about. Anyway,
Way before this. Wait, no, I was going to say way before this video or live stream. But honestly, dude, you probably could have been a pro bowler over golf. Like, I know you were an amazing golfer. You did great at golf. But, like, you probably, if you would have took bowling more seriously, man, you could have been, like, you was ahead of the curve, 20 years ahead of the curve in
oh
bowling.
yeah. I was bowling well over 200s. I mean, it was easy to do. I never even was in a league. I never really tried. I just bowled, I just enjoyed bowling. I was bowling in the 200s. I bowled like 220, 230. And again, one of my best was almost close to 300. That was a good game. But I never really, I don't know. Bowling was just something I never really. I had a bowling ball, which is at your house. My brother still has it, and I had some bowling shoes. But yeah, that was about it.
I think it's in my basement.
Ooh, Dank's joining. Now everybody can turn your cameras sideways.
But
there we go.
But yeah, dude.
Hey, Justin.
You could have been like a pro. Dude, you could have been a pro bowler.
Hey, Justin, turn your camera sideways. There we go. All right. Now I can adjust. How you doing, Dank?
There we go.
Oh, Dank froze. Yes, says me. Oh, maybe he's talking to somebody. Anyway, how you guys doing though? But yeah. Well, yeah, I was really good at bowling. I don't know why. That came really natural to me.
I thought that was like a still photo of him, like a.
He looks good there though. He's debating. He goes, "Should I come on here or shouldn't I?" It's all good. He'll be on here in a sec. He's probably talking to his wife or something. Nope, he's gone.
Wow.
But yeah, Kingpin. I in a big, when you said Big Lebowski, a funny story about that is I rented it. And I remember thinking it was like a non-rated movie. And I was like, oh, this is gonna have porn in it. And it was just the Big Lebowski. And I thought, as a kid when I rented it, the title Big Lebowski, I was like, oh, this has got to be a porn. And it was like rated like TVMA. I remember when I rented it, and I was like, it wasn't. It was what it was.
It was a Coen Brothers movie. It's like the opposite of porn.
Hey, but what do you think of Kingpin? Kingpin was funny as fuck. I got so many funny clips out of Kingpin. The dude lost his hand. The dude stuck it in the ballroom. Remember where it
I
says
know.
don't stick your hands?
Well, one thing we do need to talk about, Rockstar dropped the new GTA 6 trailer. They dropped it
Also,
this morning.
all right. Well, thank God you said that, because not only it's coming out in a year, but they also upped the price. It's $99. It used to be like 69 or 79 or whatever the fuck it was, but now it's $99 for the basic game.
Really?
149 for like whatever the mid tier is, and 199 for the top tier. So already the game jumped up to $100, just like fucking Switch is trying to do.
I bet it's a huge fucking game, though. It's got to be.
Well, they said,
Like,
I think they said if you drive from one side to the other, it's going to take you like 4 hours.
that's a little much, right?
Well, I hope you get an airplane, I guess.
Right? Because no one's going to. There better be some kind of fast travel.
Yeah. Hey, Dank.
Hey, dang. How's it going?
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing's happening.
I was like, okay, is it on my side? No, it's on Dank. It's all good. But yeah, fast travel. Yeah, I don't know. That'll be interesting. I think people might start cruising. Like, I mean, I could picture people being like, "Hey guys, 4 hours of me driving from one." Dude, that's gonna be my first video. I am gonna buy GTA and I'm just gonna drive from one side to the other and be like, how long does it take? Grant, here we go. No, Justin's got it.
Yeah, the trailer just dropped. Kind of showed more of the story. Looks like you're getting your girl out of jail.
I've
And
never did a
you're going to start.
campaign on GTA.
I mean, I'm just saying. Some of us have. Some of us have.
Dude, I think maybe that's what I should do. I'll get the game and I'll just go live doing campaigns. Try to finish it.
Actually, thing is, A5, they
I've
do
never
not
did that.
have a.
Maybe I'll send a
GTA
new
5.
link. Oh, down for the storm. All right, all good, bud. I thought it was on our end. Well, at least you tried.
GTA 5, when it released, it didn't release with online yet.
Right.
Like, it was just a.
Is this going to be straight online, or you think we're going to have to do the campaign?
Well, if they're charging that much upon release, like they better have the whole fucking game, especially if they're taking another year.
What do you think I should do for the streams? I think I'm just going to jump online. I think that'll just be fun.
Yeah.
Can you meet people online? How does that work? I asked a couple of people. I haven't quite got the answer for this. So say I'm online. Do we have to be on the same server for you to run into me? Like say I run to an airport. Can everybody run to the airport, or do we have to be on like the same server or what?
Yeah, like it's got to be the same server. Like if I load into a map, it's gonna drop me into like the best available map.
So how would I get everybody online on the same one?
You'd have to add them as friends and invite them. Like you can create your own lobbies.
Oh, you can? Interesting. I'll have to look into that. I never really did that. I always just jump online.
Yeah, you can create a lobby and like have people just, like have people join your crew.
Yeah, dang. Dude, they're fucking us. Remember back when I literally I go back on my video. I was like, it's gonna be $100. And everybody's no, it ain't. And we looked it up. It was like 69, 79, whatever the fuck the number was. Now it's $100. $100. Insane. Yeah, exactly, dang. Well, I mean, well, if you only put out a game, well, here's the thing. If you put out a game once every, what is it, 10 years? How long has it been? 8 years?
Well, they did. When was Red Dead 2? When did that come out?
Is that when GTA 5 came out?
Red Dead 2 came out after GTA 5.
When did GTA 5 come out?
2006?
It's like I have a secretary.
2006, maybe?
Wait. Are we having a Mandela effect? 2013.
Oh, shit.
On the Xbox. 2015 on the PC. Wait. Yeah, 2013 on the PS3 and Xbox. Yeah. September 17th, 2003 on the PS3 and Xbox 360.
2003? That was
2013, I'm
GTA
sorry.
4.
13. So
Yeah.
that's still like 12 years ago, right?
But yeah, 2013, yeah.
So 2013. So I think $100 is fine. I mean, here's the thing. Back in our day, right? We were getting, like, say it was Mario Brothers. We got a Mario 2 within a year or two. We didn't have to wait fucking 13 years, right?
But what's it going to be released on?
Well, Mario Brothers was released on Nintendo.
No, I mean,
I know.
I'm sorry. What's GTA 6 going to be released on?
Well, I think it's going to be obviously PS5 and Xbox and PC, right? But here's the thing. Back in our day, it was $49, $59, $69. I remember back in the day for a Nintendo game. They were crazy high, and we'd get them every year or two. So to wait 12 years, I think $100 still isn't that bad. Honestly, they shouldn't have to wait that long. I don't even know why they did. It's still so confusing. This shit better be, what is that caption that they do for the Matrix games? What is that called?
Hmm?
It's
Bullet
called,
time?
no, it's
What?
a PC term.
Oh.
Like, what is the Matrix games on, like, the computer name thing? Watch this. You want to see how good ChatGPT is? No. No. There is a system that makes it real. What is it called? Real oh, fucking it.
Oh, the real or the
Real ID.
No, what did you say, Mark?
the real engine or something.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking
real
about.
engine. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think that is what it is.
Unreal Engine.
Is it
Unreal.
called like Real Engine or Unreal Engine?
Unreal Engine.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's see.
that's yeah.
I think you're thinking of Unreal Engine, and yes, that's the correct name.
That's what I
Matrix
said.
Awakens. Yeah, Unreal Engine. Yep. Yeah, the Unreal Engine. Yeah, so I'm hoping it's close to that because I've watched people do that shit. That shit is sick. If we could get GTA like that, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go get lunch.
Do it, bud.
About that time. See you
All
later,
right,
everyone.
take it easy, bud. Peace out, bud. Later, Mark.
Hey, take care, Mark. Take care.
How you doing, bud?
Hey, how you doing, Nick?
Got a couple more
My
dabs,
brother.
couple more beers, and we'll be done here. How about that?
Oh wait, my brother Nick and my best friend. Nick.
Yeah, bud. I'm with you. We will survive. We went through a lot. Hey, since he's gone, let's talk about like some shit we went through, and most people haven't. Do you remember? So me and my brother, when we went to Florida, and like we were in like these dirty apartments, and we had nothing to watch, not a lot of TV. And you know what we watched? The old Batman movies. Do you remember?
Batman. Batman. I never forget that. Batman and Robin TV shows.
Yeah, it'd be late at night. Our parents be up talking in the kitchen. We'd order some pizza, and me and Justin be in the living room watching some Batman.
And I remember you had your yellow blanket.
Yep. Yep. Pow. Exactly. Those was so classic. I don't know why they were airing it. Like, obviously, that was way older than us, but still, they were on TV. Remember that?
Yeah, Batman and Robin. And what else did we do? I remember we would watch the old Batman movie also with Michael Keaton. Keaton.
Yeah, classic movies. Well, then we eventually got into shit like you liked, when we started renting movies. That got crazy.
Yeah, like Killer Clowns. Oh yeah.
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins, yeah.
We also had we had the wrong guys. Remember, we had the wrong guys on cassette for some reason.
I know, and then you introduced me to the wrong guys, right? Is that right?
But I think the first TV shows I remember me and you watching was probably the old Batman shows. That was so fun.
Yeah, I remember watching that. Yeah. I remember to this day.
He was so young at that time. He could have been about 4 years old, 2 years old. He was so young.
I was like 4 and you were like, I don't even know.
10 maybe.
40.
8, 9. But yeah, those was good movies. But then we eventually started renting movies, and then we liked movies. Justin, if we ever owned a movie that he liked, he would watch it, rewind it, and play it. What was that movie you burned out? You burned out a few of them. They were on cassettes at the time, so it was easy to do it.
Oh shoot.
Was it Willy Wonka? No.
I did ruin Willy Wonka. Yeah. Yeah, Willy Wonka.
But see, he would like if Justin was today, he would love it because he used to love pausing it and trying to look. But nowadays, with digital and all these DVDs, it's easier to do. Back then, it would just fuck up the tape.
I know. I used to rewind it.
He'd rewind it, watch it, pause it, rewind it. But yeah, I got
Willy
we watched.
Wonka. Willy Wonka. Hey, Wonka was a big one. That was a big one that I used to rewind.
But man, once we got a video store pass, Justin got into everything, and I think he got into horror. That was when you really got into horror, right?
Yeah, Jason and Freddy.
And everything, Killer Clowns. The puppet,
Yeah, remember I would like
the Puppet Master. Remember that?
Yeah, the Puppet Master.
And he's like 8 years old, 6, 7.
Yeah, I was addicted.
Yeah, so imagine this. We go to the video store, right? I'm walking around looking at new releases. A Wishmaster. Yeah, they were great movies. Justin remembers those, right? Name
Oh yeah, I remember.
Name a horror movie from back in the 90s. He probably knows them all. Wishmaster was great. Yeah, the Puppet Masters. Let's name some weird movies from back in the day, horror movies and shit. What do you think, bud?
Oh yeah, the Leprechaun. Remember?
Leprechaun. Well, remember the first Leprechaun introduced who? Jennifer Aniston.
That's right.
Yeah, Friends. She was in the original Leprechaun. Great movie. Remember the kid and the fat dude?
Oh yeah.
That fat dude, was he from Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure? Am I wrong on
I'm
that?
not sure who it is.
I could be wrong. I think the one dude in the first Leprechaun was also the dude in the Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, but I could be wrong. I am really good with faces, so I doubt I am, but
Yeah, Leprechaun. Oh man, I was addicted to Leprechaun. I was addicted to Puppet Master. Child's Play. Chucky.
Child's Play was great. Obviously, Jason and Freddy. How about the Halloween movies? You know, I always tell people, remember the second Halloween movie was the scariest for me because they had no
I never
Michael.
liked it.
There was no Michael Myers. Remember, it was just about like this. Candyman. Oh, Dank said Candyman.
Dude,
Yeah.
but I was never into the Halloween movie.
But remember the second one? Remember the second one?
For some reason, I didn't like him.
No, remember the second one? You put on the mask and the bugs came out and ate your face or something like that.
Yeah, but I never liked Halloween. I don't know what it is, but I never liked the Halloween movie.
How about Candyman, says Dank.
No, wasn't a big fan of Candyman.
How about Sixth Sense? I loved Event Horizon. You know what was Event Horizon, and what was Event Horizon? What was the one that went down to the bottom of the ocean with the water? I'm gonna go to ChatGPT. I don't think. Where's Mark when I need him? What movie is like Event Horizon except they go down in the ocean?
Yeah, but that's not scary.
No, do you guys want to see how good ChatGPT is? God, it fucked it up. No, the one that went down in the ocean, they found aliens and shit. It was with like Sharon
Oh, the
Stone.
Abyss. The Abyss.
No, it said The Abyss too. Sphere. Yeah,
Oh, I never saw it.
The movie Sphere was great. Dennis Hoffman, Sharon Stone, Samuel L. Jackson, a team of scientists sent to the deep sea research facility to investigate a massive alien spacecraft discovered on the ocean floor. Yeah, so if you
Yeah,
like,
but wasn't that the Abyss?
almost. But no, I think it's more like, what did you just say? Event Horizon. Event Horizon was great too.
No, I was saying the Abyss.
Yeah, that's a good movie, but that wasn't what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
The Abyss. Is The Abyss James Cameron too?
I think so.
Yep, James Cameron. You know, instead of having Jamie, all Joe Rogan needs is ChatGPT.
That's right.
I'm sorry, Joe Rogan or Jamie. No, but Jamie does pull it up at least. I bet you we're gonna get. I bet you if I pay enough money, I could get my AI to do that too. What do you want to see, Justin? Just,
But yeah,
hey, you've been great this chat. You want to apologize for what happened a couple times?
oh yeah. No, guys, I think it was a couple of days ago, a few days ago, I came on here, And I was a little drunk, a little intoxicated, and I was being a jerk. You know, I think I said some things that I shouldn't have said. Um, and I'm sorry. I apologize. That's
Well,
all.
like I told them,
That's all right.
you messaged me right after and said I was a little too drunk, and everybody laughed. They said you realized quickly, so it's all good, bud. We love
Yeah.
having you on. We just don't want to have to lose the channel or you know what I mean. Get kicked off or anything.
Oh no. Yeah. Hold on. No. No. Exactly. Yeah. 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 I wasn't trying to like cause problems or anything like that. I just was a little inebriated. Inebriated. You know.
Right.
Um.
And we're talking about
And
calming down too, right? We don't want to get too worked up over shit, right?
yeah.
And everything's okay, right?
Yep. Everything's great. I mean,
Thank you.
actually, everything's perfect.
All right. That's what I like to hear, bud. Because I know, we were talking about just calming down, like everything gets a little too worked up, and then we just got to let it go. And we got to live in the present, not the past, not the future. We got to live in the present, right?
That's right. Yeah. Everything's great.
Awesome.
Everything's great.
Justin is the type of person who like worries about shit that hasn't even happened. He's like, "Oh my god, the plane is going to crash into the building and kill me tomorrow." And it's like, there is nothing that's going to say that's going to happen. And he freaks
Nick. Hey,
out
Nick.
and the whole world is ending and nothing has happened.
Hey, Nick. Wait, Nick. Hey, wait. That's why I'm a big fan of Larry David and Curb Your Enthusiasm, because everything's about the future. Like, I'm always afraid of the next day. The
Right.
next day happening.
Right. But don't you
But
shouldn't
yeah,
you
yeah,
li-
Larry,
but remember what happened when I gave you some mushrooms when you came out here?
yeah, yeah. Relaxed.
Cuz you live in the present, right?
That's true.
You know what I learned on mushrooms taking a lot, that it was that if everything is great and you're feeling 100%, what is the difference if you have $1 billion or $0 at that point?
Nothing. Nothing matters.
Right. If I gave you $1 billion, see what people don't get and what you guys don't get, and you guys all should learn this, is that we can all feel amazing without having $1 billion. And you got to live in that present. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
No, you can't look for buts. There's no buts. If you're feeling good, life's great, your family's around you, you got money, you're eating. I mean, trust me, guys, there is people all over the world living way worse. You know what I mean?
oh no, no, no. What I'm saying is, I think people misunderstood, where I was coming from, and I think most people would understand
100%, Alex.
that, no, I think people would understand, hold on 1 second. Um, the situation that I was living in right at that point was, crazy and blah, 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 that's it.
Right. But
Yeah.
people's living worse and we're on a live stream. So let's have a little fun with it, right?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine being in like a country with making 50 cents a week and then it takes $1.50 to live?
Oh, no. No.
Right. All right. So let's chill out, have a good time. Way worse. Yeah, exactly, guys. We all know. I'm just working on my brother. My brother is stresses too much. I've had friends and uncles and a lot of people have aneurysms, and I'm trying to get them to chill out. And I think we're working on it, right, bud?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
You know, because I
no,
mean,
things
it
are working out.
like like I told my brother, I said, when have you freaked out, yelled, got mad, and then everything went better because of that? Be like, well, thank God I fucking yelled, freaked out, had a heart attack, didn't sleep. And man, it made everything so much fucking better. And next time that happens, I'm going to do the same. It makes no sense. Literally, in
Hey,
my
man.
life, every time I freaked out, had a heart attack, couldn't sleep, yelled at everybody,
Hey, hey,
started freaking everybody out for nothing, it makes no sense.
hey, Nick, I gotta laugh because that's so fucking funny. Freaking funny. Because, yeah, that's true. Like, I'm trying to think the last time I ever yelled and got angry and be like, yeah, you're right. That's true. That's true.
And I mean, look at what Alex just said. Some people ain't waking up today. And the best saying in the world, and I don't want to be like one of those guys. It's the health is a crown invisible to the healthy. Do you know what that
Hmm.
means? That means a lot of us are so healthy, we're feeling great, we're living every day. There's so many people way sicker than us. Not able to do it. We don't see that crown. We don't see how great we got it. So yes, Alex, you're 100% right. All right, everybody. Dab time. Health is a crown the healthy never sees, right? It's something like that. I
Well, what
forget.
about
I
me?
forget how it goes. What, you're not healthy?
Wow.
Do you know how many people have like 1 day to live, a week to live, a month to live, 6 months to live? Would you rather be in that category?
Well, I mean, I could be in that category.
You just want to like wake up and figure it out. Exactly, Dank. Thank you. Awesome. Love to hear that. We're working on Justin. Justin's a project, but I think he knows he is. He's a good guy at heart. The less he drinks, the better he is. But I mean, we're trying to work on his heart. He's lost a lot, and I think he needs a lot of love. And once we give Justin a lot of love, I think we'll get it back. So, Justin, now you've seen Tin's pick. Are you about Tin getting back in here? Dank posted it.
Um, no, actually not. Actually
so,
not.
so
Not.
if you go on our
Not.
Discord, Dank posted a pic of what Tin was up to. So Tin's not going to be back, guys. Just saying.
I'm actually not looking forward to that. Him coming back.
No, he ain't coming back.
That's good. That's a good thing. Good.
Did you like the pic? Is the question.
No. It was hideous. Hideous. Oh. Oh.
So I sent him the pic, so it's now permanently in his phone. And well, he deletes his messages every day, but so if you want to see the pic
Ooh.
of Tin, you're gonna have to go to Discord.
No, it was actually hideous. To me. Oh.
But now you said he should have got a second chance, possibly, right?
Well, before that, before the picture.
Justin was like, well, maybe give him a second chance. He was joking. And then I sent him the pic and he goes, maybe not.
Yeah, exactly. Before you showed me that, I was like, yeah, I'll give him a second chance.
Well, you
Yeah.
thought he was joking, right?
Yeah, I thought he was joking.
And
But
then you saw
I
the
had no
pic.
idea. Uh, I had no
Explain.
idea that he was like, serious.
You want to explain the pic?
And a baby diaper? Him in a diaper?
Explain what you saw. I didn't see what you saw. I thought it was just a bottle, but you said something else.
I mean, he was wearing a diaper and like, I don't know. Yeah. I really don't want to see it again. Yeah.
I don't even want. I would get on the Discord and show it, but I don't want to do that. But I thought
I thought,
possibly you would have a chance, and then I didn't vet him very hard. But evidently, once you see it, you don't have to. Yeah, I don't want to do it, Mark.
yeah, I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it again.
So if anybody wonders why Tin isn't back, that's funny. Yeah, so it's all on there. So I'm not one to badmouth somebody, but I sure as hell ain't getting that guy back.
That was weird. Nick, to me, that was weird. That was weird. That was really weird. Hey, guys, I'm sorry, but that was weird. I'm sorry.
I think he's about to go vomit. Well, I think I looked at it at one point, but I was like, man, he doesn't seem like this dude, but maybe he is.
No, that was just weird. To me, that was like, whoa. Oh. Mm, mm. Yeah, that was weird. And dude, I always believe in giving people second chance. Always. But like that was weird. That was strange. That was really, really strange. That was really strange.
Yeah, that was. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about it.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
When I showed it to Justin, it was hilarious. He saw it. He didn't understand what was happening.
Yeah, like literally when I saw it, I was like, wow. And it looked like he was holding his whatever. I'm not going to say it, but, it looked like he was holding his whatever. I don't know. That's weird. To me, that's really, 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 really weird. And I'm like the most open minded dude in the world. I don't care.
Like, if you make my brother cringe, you did something. I remember sending it to him, and he was like, "What?"
Yeah. I'm like, what? What is this? Yeah, dude, you got it right. When you sent it to me, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, Justin kept saying he was joking. He thought it was his wife. It's still a joke. It's a joke. And I go, let me show you his channel.
Yeah, and then when you showed me the channel, the picture, and I'm like,
Well, and I even go to Justin. I go, you like, I mean, I get it. It's for views. Would you do that? And he goes,
No, I would never do that. I would never do something like that. That's weird. That's really weird. That's really weird. Yeah.
And we got here when we started our YouTube videos, he drank my bong water. That's acceptable. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But fucking, oh my God. Oh.
Well, him laying on his back in diapers with I don't know.
Yeah, explain it more.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, it looked more perverse than that, but, you know. Oh.
Diapers, he had a bottle on his back. Justin thought he had a dick in his hand.
Yeah, I thought he had a dick. I'm pretty sure it was.
I
I'm
thought
actually
he
pretty
was
sure.
just reaching for the cam with the bottle, but dang, can't stop laughing. You're killing him. Yeah. So Justin was all good. He was like, he's joking. He's joking. And I sent him that picture and he was, ugh, ugh. Justin couldn't even stop. He even got so disgusted after I sent him.
But dude, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What? Like, I'm looking at the picture and I'm pretty sure he had a dick too in his hand. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Justin was having an issue with that whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
So no second chance, right?
I mean, if you want to give a second chance, hey, that's your choice. But man, that was weird. That was pretty
No,
weird.
no
Pretty
second
weird.
chance. I think we get a permanent ban on him. What do you think?
I mean, what do you think? What do you want to
I
do?
already said it's permanent.
Yeah.
I can't handle that. I can't trust that. That's a little. If you go, well, that's like not even Jackass style. You know what I mean?
Hey, that was funny. What the fuck, dude? Oh, hey, read that, Nick. That's messed
Oh,
up.
that was probably a personal video he sent you, Justin. Well, Alex trolls people. Understand, Alex a huge troll, so deal with that. You gotta laugh at that one at least. He's never serious.
Well,
So
yeah, I gotta laugh. Yeah, I gotta laugh. I gotta laugh at that.
some things you can't come from back from.
Oh.
Alex trolls everybody. If he hates you, he'll make fun of you. Or if he likes you, whatever. I guess he doesn't like me, never makes fun of me. Anyway, I think he did at the beginning, to be honest with you. I'm not sure how the wife explained. Well, I know exactly, dang. Well, that was what I was kind of confused. Honestly, I almost wish he would call in again. And I want to just kind of talk about talk about that video because I don't think my wife would ever let me do that video. That'd be a tough video. I'd be like, oh, what? Hey, watch that. I mean, somebody filmed it, but I mean, maybe they're into it. It's a kink, right?
Yeah, maybe it's a kink.
I'm not.
I
I
have
don't
no
want to
idea.
kink. I don't want to kink shame, but you probably shouldn't be kinking on YouTube, right?
Oh, oh,
But I mean, if you want
mm.
to lay on your back and be a baby, right? You shouldn't be on YouTube, probably.
Dude, I don't know what this is, but like, oh, it like just rubs me
Maybe
the
it's
wrong
his
way. It rubs.
caretaker. Well, dude, if it's his caretaker, when I answered the fucking video and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" and she said, "You don't even want to know." That is not how a caretaker answers a fucking video.
Mm,
Like that was
mm.
stress. I think she's gonna start yelling at me. I don't want to deal with that on the live stream. I told Justin, I said, dude, and he goes, people say the R word all the time. And I said, I get it. And I said, I slip up and you might slip up. I said, but the continuation's crazy. And I was like, because it's from our day. I've said it a lot and I'll admit it. And it ain't right. But the continuation's crazy. But I was like, also, I don't make my audience used to it to a point where they're like, everybody can say it. And I know, if I watch PKA and shit, like with FPS Russia, they say it all the time. And then some audiences are built for it. Mine isn't, obviously. So I don't try to fucking run with it. But I will slip up. Justin might slip up. I always say, catch yourself, and he should. because he understands how live goes. I've been building this channel for years and years and years. So I was like, damn you, don't fuck my channel up in 2 days.
I know. Me and my brother, we've had talks before. No, look, totally. There's been times when I would say the wrong thing. It's that simple. It's really that simple, and then you correct it. That's it.
Well, I mean, I started the whole channel with your channel. You had YouTube before I did.
Yeah, exactly. And you correct it. That's all. You make the corrections, and that's it. You make the corrections. That's it. Literally, that's it. That's all.
Well, the tough thing with the R world is we use in the F word. I mean, a lot of these slurs we used in our vocabulary without hate, I guess. It wasn't like we meant it towards, special people, or we meant the F word towards gay people or whatever. But I mean, I
No,
understand where they take
yeah.
it
It
from.
was just a
And
mistake.
but I
Just
mean,
a mistake.
it's the same thing with the N word. It doesn't mean, it's a derogatory term that should be stopped, and I understand that. So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And Nick called me out on it. He told me, and that was it. That's it.
all good, bud. All right, guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off here. I gotta get some dabs on. Thank you for coming back on here, Justin.
Oh, no problem, man. Hey, man, I love supporting your channel. The best channel on YouTube. Best channel.
You rock, bud. I'm gonna give you a call right after we get off here, okay, bud?
Okay, man.
All right, guys, stay faded, stay high, and I will see you. I'm gonna get some extracts. I'm literally out of extracts, guys. I've got nothing to show, so I got nothing to dab. So I gotta go hit the weed shop and shit. So I will see you guys in the evening. Peace.
Hey.